Look for markets that are evergreen. If it's a fad, we talked about that. Look for seasonal markets. If you have time to enter them, give yourself at least 3 months to get into a seasonal market if you don't have a big staff. You can get in the search engines right away. I don't care what anyone says. To this day, you can get in. And it's what I call it the bread trail effect, and I've taught it in my coaching club. It's not your site directly necessarily that has to rank high. It's just all the links that are pointing throughout the internet to your site. It's Web 2.0 stuff. It's tags. It's all that stuff. You do a search, and your product or article shows up on Digg and MySpace or in Technorati tags or in StumbleUpon. Your people come through it that way. What do you care if they come from it that way? They still click the link and follow the link to your site to make the purchase. That's how I say that Web 2.0 puts you in the search engines within a day, and you can rank extremely high for highly competitive terms. Just make sure that you're putting bounce backs to your site. Does everyone know what a bounce back is? It's a direct marketing term. It's some kind of a mechanism that when someone gets your book, buys it off the store shelf, it says, fax me this to get your free report, or visit my website and I'll give you a $400 pre-consultation ticket. Why are they doing that? They want to bounce you back. Right? They're tapping into the distribution channel of the bookstore, the book retailer. Dan Kennedy doesn't expect to make $10 million from writing the damn book. He'll probably make $80,000 in the life of the book. But in every single book that he publishes, he puts a bounce back in it. That bounce back gets them to his sales funnel where he captures the lead, follows up those people, and he knows for an absolute fact that he's going to make several $1,000s over the life of the people that he captures. What is he doing? He's tapping into the distribution channels. And he's bouncing those people back to his sales funnel to follow up on the back end. It's all this stuff is. Use tools to judge the number of affiliates selling in your potential markets. Internet Success Spider, Link Capture, and Arliss are all tools that I use for this particular presentation. It was funny because the guy that I was helping do this said, well, you know, that Internet Success Spider sucks because it only came up with 4 potential affiliate partners for us. I said, really? How many sales did those 4 potential names come up with? One of the 4 names that came up with was our top affiliate. How bad is that for a $99 product? I don't say it sucks. I mean, it was a $99 product and it found our top affiliate for us. We didn't have JV partners. We didn't have a launch. We went to work after we went live, and that's how we did it. Link Capture, higher-end product. Jim Lillig recommends that product. I've never technically used it, but Jim's a very, very smart affiliate marketer and an affiliate manager, and he recommends it, and I've met Jim, so I'll tell you. Link Capture is what Jim Lillig recommends. Arliss I've used, I own, I've been using it for years. Arliss is supposed to be a reciprocal linking tool. That's not what we use it for. I hate reciprocal linking. I've never done it. I've always gone for one-way incoming links from the day that I started in the internet, SEO stuff. Reciprocal linking tools were destined to fall by the wayside. It's not that they won't work, they just lost their effectiveness, and I'd rather get a one-way link than to trade links with someone. But Arliss has the ability to give it a keyword or keywords, and it'll go out and it'll search the engines for you, and it'll return a list of people, including contact information, hopefully, of people that are associated with that keyword. Why is that important to me? Potential. I had a guy for $10 an hour came up with 10 or 20,000 different people that we put on our list for potential JV partners. Paid him $10, independent contractor. Found him in one of my coaching clubs. Kid needed some work. I said, fine. Go out, bought him the software, use the software. I told him I'd buy it for him if he wanted it. I think he ended up having an old copy of it. I do that all the time. I buy the stuff from my people. You've got to be careful about that, though. If they're independent contractors, unless the tools are inherent to your particular job itself, the IRS may say, well, that's kind of crossing the line from independent contractor to employee, and you got to worry about all that stuff. Should I not have talked about that? Do you guys hire independent contractors or employees in here? Independent contractors? Okay, so you know what I'm talking about then. Okay. Target markets, lots of affiliates, the more the better. Research tools, organization. ResearchAutomator.com is not live. It's one of my sites. It's a tool that I bought the rights to. You guys can have it. The guy sells it. But it's a great tool for research. When it's live, you can have it. It's just not live yet. The product's done. We just haven't had time to look at it. But it makes multiple search engine queries. What's interesting is I originally had Search Engine Automator up there. That was the name of the product. I liked it so much, I paid the guy $1,000 and bought the rights to it, and I'm giving it free to my clients. So it was Search Automator Pro. I recommended it, but since I bought the rights, I put it in. I'm not charging for it, so makes multiple searches easy. Also great for finding affiliate programs. Microsoft on Folio. I had to change that because Microsoft buys all the tools I recommend, and once they buy them, what do they do to them? What does Microsoft do to the tools they buy? Has anyone upgraded to 2007, which has some of my favorite tools they acquired and ruined? I like Microsoft. We run it, we use it, I love it. Don't get me wrong. But it's funny because I recommended on Folio, Microsoft buys it. I recommended OneNote, which is always a Microsoft product. Copernicus, there was another one, Microsoft Groove is my project management software of choice. Microsoft went and bought that last year and incorporated it into Office 2007. And I've had some issues since the upgrade, but I love Office. I think it's a huge productivity tool. Research sites, I can't stick here. Once again, a lot of these are 2.0, so these are all sites you do research for. Jason Moffett, is he in the room? Jason, sharp marketer, saying that he actually went out. Can I tell people what you told me?
What did I tell you?
MySpace.
Oh, sure.
He's gone out and acquired MySpace sites, paid people to acquire their site. My guy Anthony, he's got a real neat little site. Can I tell him what it is? Because they're not going to be able to duplicate it. RedPillMusic.com. He's at Geffen Records. He had music guys approach him that want to give him free content to distribute to the masses. Who's in my coaching club? Does that sound familiar, Stuart? You already know these things. I just bug you because I know you. But RedPillMusic.com. He's built a following. He's got press releases. He's got people coming to him. They seek him out. That's the whole name of the game. Throw up the flag, people will find you. Throw up the flag, people will find you, plain and simple. How do we throw up the flag? Well, the breadcrumb trail way of getting into search engine the first day is all Web 2.0 based. I call it breadcrumb. I don't know what anyone else calls it. But that's it. And MySpace is powerful. The links, the Squidoo lenses, all that stuff. You know, it's no secret. And when you do a search for a hot item, and when you start to see things to go to the top of the search engines for that particular topic that's a really highly competitive search term, you need to start looking at whatever site that is that's turning up in and figure out how you can monetize it. And Jason said, I'm just going to buy it.
Yeah. I don't want to cut you off. A lot of people don't understand. People use YouTube or MySpace. Put a mic on him. Yeah. A lot of people that use YouTube and MySpace were never thinking about monetizing their account. You know, some kid might have got 600,000 views on YouTube all of a sudden, and you look and he only has 2 other videos and they have like maybe 200 views. He has no real connection to this account. If he could just go start it over, you throw $100 to this kid, he's like, oh my gosh, I buy all the candy and play video games all day, and you know you could do something with those. So it's a great opportunity. It never hurts to ask.
Yeah.
Or I had just a great idea. It's so great. You could make a Camtasia video, kind of a one for all that said, hey, I saw your MySpace page, or I saw your YouTube. I would be interested in buying it. And it's just a template of it. So anytime you see in one of those things you see, you would just send that URL to that Camtasia, and all these prospects would end up seeing that. And then at the end, it would like redirect and give you your contact information. Just an idea.
Money's important too, and I say that all the time. I was having a conversation with Anthony again. He has great ideas, and he's had some success where his site's ranked really, really well, but his server crashes and he was in college, he couldn't afford to bring it back online. How many hundreds of thousands of kids just like him have the same problem? They can't monetize it, can't afford it. I've approached business owners before. They just couldn't afford the site. They're not making any money, and then they come with some grandiose price they want you to pay them. It's ridiculous. And then you say, okay, I'll pay you on the back end, whatever I can monetize out of the site, and they won't sell it to you. Well, they can't make any money with it as it is, not a single penny. They can't afford the $200 software to upgrade the site. You're willing to pay the outrageous sum that they're asking for, is they're willing to take it on payments, because if they drop out of Google tomorrow, you won't be able to make too much money, right? People have these ideas of what things are worth, but as Frank said yesterday, there's a lot of low self-esteem that's out there where people, or they don't think like marketers. They just don't understand that you can monetize certain things. Like, why would someone pay for that when they can get it for free? You say, I'll give you $100. The kid says, Yahoo, it's a keg party, let's go. And what's he care? Jason cares. He got the site. He wants it. Get the links, get the exposure. All these things need to be used.